And we're live. No, Shu, it's in a separate link that I put in the Slack. You can find it there. But hey guys, it's Stir Friday night. We're playing For the Queen. We're so happy to be here. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Evil Hat Productions and Roll20. We're really excited to be playing this game. I know if you're coming in for Balikbayan, we took a week off this week. Frankly, we didn't know where the world was going to be, and we're excited to be playing For the Queen in a light way as a refresher. Also, Ben had technical difficulties, so we didn't want to complete it without Mr. Fairman. We know how it goes. But yeah, the game itself we're going to be playing is For the Queen. It's available on the Roll20 marketplace. You can find it there, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But first and foremost, I got to talk about my cast. Hey everyone, this is Stir Friday Night. Let's go around, let's introduce ourselves, and let's talk about what is a habit that you picked up in the past year. Good, bad, whatever. What's a new thing that you do now? And I'll start off. Hi, I'm Masood. I'm usually the GM, but tonight I'm just going to be a player. And my pronouns are he, him. And the thing that I've started doing now that I didn't do before is I'm no longer sleeping only 6 hours anymore. I used to sleep only 6 hours. Like, I would be like, oh, it's cool. I only need 6 hours. 6 to 8 is the thing. I'm going to get by in 6. Get that shit out of here, man. Like, oh my God, has it been a game changer when I'm sleeping like 8 hours each night. And I think it's because comedy is dead. So I'm not like out late at night usually anymore. But yeah. And let's go around. In this one, I realized, sorry, that I just like had I'm very passionate about. Get 8 hours of sleep if you can. Build into your schedule. Sleep is active, all right? It's active.
Masood, you're like a 50-year-old soul.
I've got my turtleneck on. I'm at home. I'm cozy. I know where it's at. Where's my pill container? I also still have my retainer here, but that's for after hours. So let's go around and let's start off. Shu. Tell us who you are, your pronouns, and what is a habit that you picked up this year?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shu. I pronouns are she, hers. I know all these folks through SFN. And one thing that I've really gotten into is historical costuming. So I'm very obsessed with like the Regency era Jane Austen, which is right around like 1790s till about like 1825. And I am like slowly hand sewing my way through like a chemise. There's like and then afterwards you put on like a stays, which is kind of like a bra plus a corset. You don't really like tight lace, so all the things that we know about corsets like aren't quite there yet. And then afterwards you wear like a specific gown and things like that. It's the empire waist. I'm learning a lot about fabric, for instance, and fabric back then, how fabric.
Yeah. Are you using a sewing machine? Like, how's the fabric coming together? Like, is it all
baby,
hand?
It's all by hand. I bought $50 worth of linen online in a fit of anxiety.
Jeez,
and I bought linen thread, which is 2-plies. So it's like 2 threads that they wound together. Current modern day thread is actually a Z. And so this actually matters because the tension of the thread is really different. Anyways, I bought linen thread in order to work linen thread.
About sleep. Okay.
You feel guilty that you bought the linen thread instead of making it yourself?
I looked up how to weave.
No, you don't tell me you looked up how to spool linen.
It's really
Would you
hard.
have had to raise sheep or silkworms?
That's that's
linen comes from like flax and sheep is wool. It's totally different, but it's called crewel work, which is where you use wool to embroider. The thing about linen thread is you actually have to use beeswax to actually coat the outside so it goes through. But back then there was no cotton thread wasn't really around and available for commercial use until about like the 1850s. And then
you've researched a lot. You're doing a lot now with this sort of new needlework that you've picked up in this very particular Victorian.
It's not Victorian, it's pre-Victorian. I have to state that. Okay.
Pre-Victorian. Thank you. And it's pre-Victorian. Honestly, I've learned. I know this. It's not you, I have a lot of rants, and this is one of them. I hate that I know so much about Western time periods. Like I know Dickensian, I know Elizabethan, I know pre-Victorian, and it's like and Victorian, and and then there was just the Dark Ages
and post-Victorian.
And post-Victorian. My God, I didn't even take AP Euro
Georgian
history. I just picked it up.
and
Right.
British.
But like, I do love about it. One of the things that you drew is there's something I could really. There wasn't anything much I knew about it, but chemise is such an interesting word because like in like Pakistan and like South Asia and like some other countries, chemise means like shirt. And so I imagine that's what you're making, right? Like, is it just like a shirt that you put underneath, right?
An undershirt, yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you, Shu, for providing us that insight. We're gonna move right along. Joan, tell us about yourself. What's something you picked up this holiday? Oh, sorry, holiday. This past year, and what are your pronouns?
Hey, I'm Joan. She, her, hers. So 2021, I'm turning into a Star Wars fan. So I watched the first Star Wars movie for the first time yesterday.
I hate to ask, is it episode 4?
Wait, yeah, I have a question.
Wait, which one? Because there's
What
like
is the
multiple
first
episode
episode
ones.
to you?
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah. Which one did
Sorry,
you
I'm
actually
so
watch?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm watching it like the way people watched it from the 70s onward.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I liked it. I watched it on Disney Plus, so they added a bunch of CGI from the 90s.
Very cool.
So it's not what the original was, but I'm trying to get into Star Wars this year.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
And I know this is the I hate doing it. I'm so sorry. I just showed my whole cis white like male gendered ass right now. And like you talk about something you love, and I'm offering it, and I'm sorry. But so you watched the first one, like episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Watch episode 5 next, like you're planning, and then go watch the prequels. Go 1, 2, 3, and then come back to episode 6 because like it's gonna like round out some of the characters really fuller. You're gonna like and then do the stuff that came out afterwards. It's not as relevant, but like the prequels are really about defining why what happens in that movie happens, and it doesn't have weight if you watch it afterwards as much, especially if you're first go through.
Really?
It's the Prometheus of the Alien series, one might say.
Okay.
And I hate that I can talk about this very well.
Yeah. This is
Jordan, I also have a request of you. Would you film yourself
or
watching
like tweet
these?
about it.
I want to see your reaction.
Make a
Yeah,
Twitter and just tweet
me
about it. Yeah.
what your reaction is.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm watching it in like a lighthearted way, so I was just like making fun of everything yesterday.
Good.
Like,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Perfect.
As you should.
Absolutely.
There's just so many like people in robot costumes, and they're just like walking. I haven't really seen that before.
Can I tell you other things to laugh about?
Yeah.
Do you remember the cantina? Do you remember the cantina that they went into and they play that music? Bum, 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 ba-da-ba.
Yes.
Do you know what that genre of music is called? It's called jizz. Canonically, it's called jizz.
No.
They were playing jizz.
Canonically,
it's called jizz. So like there's a lot of stuff to laugh about. I'm so sorry. I realize what I've done to chat, and I really apologize. But that's a little fun fact about the Star Wars universe. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to make fun of. You're gonna have a blast. Like, enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting that like you're going to get to experience it the way it should be experienced versus like most of us have had to like I watched like all of the like the first set of trilogies, and then I watched like sporadically here and there, and it's like I really am into like trying to like watch a set of things, right? Like I've watched all the Fast and Furious movies, I've watched all the Underworld movies, and I want to watch all the Star Wars movies, like all the James Bond movies. I'm gonna do it one day.
You should do all the Mission Impossibles too.
Can I say?
I don't.
No, you should.
No, I like this. I like
no,
this.
No.
Okay.
I also was like, no, Tom Cruise, no, but they're very, very fun. I didn't even think I liked action movies, and then my parents took me. I wasn't into it. I was like, no way, I don't want to go. But we went to go see, I think, the 5th or the 6th one. And in the first like 10 minutes, okay, he gets captured. His like arms are up here above him, and he is the first 10 minutes. The way he gets out of it, I was like, I'm sold. And they're just all so fun.
They're good movies.
They're so good. I highly recommend. The second one is like insane because they got a completely different director.
This was about Star Wars. We can't keep talking about Mission Impossible. This was Joan's segment, and we just we kind of all carjacked it.
Okay,
I started
never mind.
it first. I know. I just like I got it. Yeah. Joan,
you can always talk about Regency again, like just throwing that out there.
Oh no! We had enough time on that. Joan, is there anything else you want to say about Star Wars? Anything you're excited about that you're looking forward to?
Yeah. So last year, before the pandemic, I went to Disneyland for the Galaxy's Edge. I saw that, so it's interesting recognizing things from the park that I'm seeing in the movie.
Yo, I like that. That's very dope. It's kind of like looking back, and I think for a long time it's like, oh, so that's why people cared about this. That's
exactly.
Like, yeah. I've recently been playing Hearthstone, which is a game online. It's based on World of Warcraft, and then I started playing World of Warcraft. It's the same thing. But yeah, now let's just move right along. Usra, tell us about yourself. Tell us your pronouns. Tell us something that you picked up that you're very excited about this year, and why every first 10 minutes of a Mission Impossible movie is amazing. Please, I hated to deprive you of that earlier, but I need to know.
I'm just saying. Okay, hi, I'm Usra. She, her, hers. Okay, back to Mission Impossible. All I wanted to say about that is I was like, no, thank you, Mission Impossible. And then I went with my parents to go watch one. And in the first minutes, I was hooked because they're just very fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh, did we lose Joan?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Okay. They might come back. Yeah, they're
You really did not like Mission Impossible.
Yeah, she was like, you ruined my segment, and now you're talking about it more. But yeah, so basically, she's back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to finish it up before I see her, I didn't expect to like it, and I really liked it, and I think they're very fun.
Heck yeah.
Which is your favorite Mission Impossible?
Probably the fifth one, I think.
Is that the one Philip Seymour Hoffman?
No, that one I think is the third one.
I don't know if it's the third.
I watched them out of order, so I have a hard time. But
okay.
The Philip Seymour Hoffman one was really good too. They're all good, except for the second one is a disaster. But other than that, they're really good. Okay, so something I picked up. Oh, okay. I feel like the only thing I can think of, and I like hate how I'm gonna sound saying it, but is meditation. So I meditate like every day now.
Yeah,
and
that's wonderful.
That's really good.
That's
good.
Great.
Don't be ashamed of that.
Oh, thank you. I feel like the connotations around a meditation person is like,
well,
you know,
what are I think?
You think you're better than us? Actually, I do now. Yeah.
How do you do it? Are you doing it through like mindfulness app, like Calm? Are you using like what has been the process?
I did. You start with an app, and I also wrote a book on it, so I'm trying to like stop using the app, but I promise I'm not getting paid by this app. But Healthy Minds is what it's called. It's free.
Okay.
And I really like it because you can do active meditations too, which I didn't know was a thing. And then it's like broken down into segments, and they'll like teach you like, here's how the brain works, and here's why this type of meditation will help the brain. And then you can choose between 5, 10, 15, and 20 and 30-minute meditations, active or sitting, and then they'll guide you through it. And it's really cool. And then they also like do assessments, so you can see how your brain or like how your mood or whatever has changed throughout using it. So yeah,
meditations. I've been trying to be a lot more mindful and like have more presence there, because I think mindfulness is also, I don't know, it allows you to be self-aware, right? So if you catch yourself falling into repetitive like negative thought patterns or things like that, like it just gives you a little more control, at least from my experience. Would have been like some positive benefits of your practices, or like what have you seen some results from it?
I feel like I'm able to notice when I'm going into a negative thought spiral better, and I also feel like if I do a meditation at the beginning of the day, I'm gonna feel better like throughout the day, and I have like a stable foundation. So if something bad happens, like I have like something to come back to. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it really does.
Yeah, and I feel like less anxious than I feel like when I first met everyone, I was like a really big anxious ball of energy, and I feel like a lot less anxious now. So that's good.
Good. I think this is appropriate transition to perhaps the antithesis of meditation. Harrison, do you want to tell us about yourself? Your
Oh no, I'm the wrong person for that. No,
No.
yeah, my ADHD, I cannot handle meditation. I've tried, does not work. It does not work. I mean,
you're confirming my statement because I said antithesis. Like the opposite.
Oh,
so
I don't know what that means. So yeah, I mean, for me, meditation is just running around in a circle and then getting tired and then sitting down. It's like a dog, kind of like, as like not running in a circle. Like if I like work out a lot and then like or do a lot of cardio, go for a run, and it just like it calms me out. But if not, I'm so easily distracted. It's bad. It's really really bad. What are we talking about it's my turn. Hi,
your pronouns. What's a habit you picked up this past year, dude?
Okay. Hi, I'm Harrison Happen. Pronouns are he, him, is. I guess, it's not really that interesting, but like one thing I picked up over quarantine is like making my own coffee, like, and not having a machine make it.
Oh,
so yeah. And I didn't.
French press? Like, what's the vibe?
French press. Yeah, I'm not that fancy. It's like, I do. What would you say? What, somebody making fun of me? Who's making fun of me?
No, it's not even that fancy.
It's not even that fancy. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And like I'm one of those like psychos that likes iced coffee all year round.
Oh,
and in Chicago right now, it's hella cold. So I make myself a lot of iced coffee, like just mix like Keurig coffee with like dark matter coffee in a can and
just like set it in your fridge and you're like
Yeah, like that. Instead of having a machine, like the machine at work, make it. But yeah.
Wait, whoa.
What?
I've never heard of this coffee preparation method before. You put a Keurig inside a can of dark matter coffee?
No, I mix dark matter coffee with like a Keurig coffee, and with ice and like whipped cream. And Lisa bought this like white froth. Obviously, it's what, like the milk froth maker.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's like, I know you hate machines, but there's we picked up over.
Yeah, I hate
quarantine.
machines.
Yeah. We picked up over in quarantine like this like jug that you just like put your coffee grounds into and then fill it up with water, like cold water.
I have
put it
one.
in your fridge. Yeah, and then you like have so like
cold
if you
brew maker.
A cold brew maker. Like it's like just like it's like a Brita pitcher.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like I don't know. When's your birthday? I'll send one your way.
Oh, birthday? Yeah, August 12th.
Oh,
I'm a
that's
Leo.
so long.
Yeah.
I'll just get you some for Valentine's Day. Like it's fine.
Whoa.
Hey, if Galentines can get gifts, Brotines can get gifts. All right,
Don't call it that, though.
Why
There
does
must be
there
better
have to
names.
be an event for you to get a gift for somebody?
I
Like,
mean,
can't you get a gift
that's
for?
true.
This
like,
is a greater
yeah.
conversation for a
That's
longer period, but I'm here for that. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say that's a good point, Harrison. But I do think if someone were to be like, "Hey, I saw this and thought of you," and gave me a gift, I would be like, "Why?"
You got to get different friends. You got to get
people
different.
don't just randomly give you gifts.
Yeah, you have some
You
pretty
all are
crappy
saying that
friends.
Your friends don't give me. My friends are crappy for not giving me gifts. You guys are
Usra,
my friends.
we are your friends.
So
Usra,
My friends
I-
are not
I have a
happy for
pot and
randomly
pan
giving
set
me
for
gifts.
you.
Yeah, that's
no, I meant the opposite. If you're saying that my friends are crappy for not randomly giving me gifts, that's you guys. You guys
No,
are my friends.
Usra,
So
I have
you're-
a pot and pan set for you.
You do.
Remember? I have to give you this pot and pan set that I got.
Well,
That's right.
we'll get to this, and we can talk about it on break. Erica, tell us about yourself, your pronouns, and what is a habit that you picked up this quarantine?
Okay, well, my name is Erica. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I feel like I've fallen in and out of a lot of habits because the past year has been so long.
Yeah.
So like I've kept like a few things up for like a month or two and then like just degenerated back to myself. But one thing I'm doing right now is kind of just like a mindset shift where I guess I'm like typically a person who like maybe thinks about things for a little too long and like I'm like kind of on my heels a lot. And it served me pretty fine. Like I haven't made any decisions really like big decisions that were wrong for me. But right now I'm trying to be more where like I make mistakes of action versus mistakes of inaction. So sort of more doing less thinky. So that's my jam right now.
I love that. I really do vibe that. I think with the year that it's been a pause in an uncomfortable way for a lot of things, but I do think it's been nice to be like, yo, let's settle back in on what I want and like where I want to like try things and like I feel like mistakes you can learn a lot from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And speaking of mistakes and what we learned from them, I think this is a good transition into the game that we're playing tonight for the Queen. So for folks that are at home who haven't played it before, and for our cast members here, I'm going to explain a little bit about the game. In itself, you guys, here's what we know. We are all part of a party that is accompanying our Queen, who we love. There's been some tumultuous sort of times in our land, and this meeting is set to resolve them. Well, the meeting is rather about them. And what we're going to do as we play through the game is draw these prompt cards. If you guys move over into the game, you might be able to see them a little bit. But they have on the side here, let's see if I can, zoom in a little bit and see if I can pull it over onto... Oh, no, that's not it. I'm going to try it and show it in case folks at home what I'm talking about. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, you got these prompt cards on the side of your screen, and on them you can sort of make these draws, and they'll give us prompts to ask as a group. And we're going to go one at a time around and sort of answer them. But first, I kind of give a rough explanation. Let's go through the formal explanation that's provided. Number one, let's go show to players so everyone can see. We're going to go around the table clockwise, taking turns reading these cards out loud. I just drew the first instruction, and so based on... it might be a little confusing for folks at home who are watching our overlay, but we're going to go clockwise from our zoom, so we have track of ourselves what that means. So clockwise for me would be Harrison's up next. So you're going to read instruction 2. Let me pull that up and show to players.
The land you live in has been at war for as long as any of you have been alive.
Cool. Joan up next. There we go.
The Queen has decided to undertake a long and perilous journey to broker an alliance with a distant power.
All right. Shu, it's you.
Has chosen all of you and no one else to be her retinue and accompany her on this journey.
And then Asra.
Oh, sorry. She chose you because she knows that you love her.
And this one, Erica.
You are welcome to look through the Queen cards for inspiration. If there's one that seems right for the group, place it on top of the table to inspire your story.
Hell yeah. So let's go through these Queen cards that are here. Let me see. Choose. Do you guys see these as I pull them up? You can? All right.
Yeah.
And then let me try and make them clear for the folks at home. Just want to make sure. Yeah, they can see them perfectly. Okay, awesome. So let's just go through it. And which Queen do we think is our vibe? We got a lot of options here. There is this one that seemed... Did anyone strike out? I'll be honest. I'm not really feeling Queen Elizabeth. I think...
I think that's fair.
I like the bottom left Queen.
Okay.
I like one of the scary ones, like third from top right.
Ooh, this one right here.
The devil?
The devil with the two
The
ones.
devil?
Go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
there you go.
Oh, what about
I like
Angelina Jolie.
I like the idea of a queen once. Like we love the queen because we're scared of her. But
Well, and we can answer. We'll be giving more prompts to figure out why we love her, or if we present that we love her. She thinks what she knows is that we love her. That's what she knows. And yeah, there's a lot of options here. What's the vibe? Also, guys, I'm not GMing this. I can have an opinion on this. This is
yeah.
a player.
hell yeah.
I kind of like. I like this either the second one from the left or the total right one in the top right. Those are kind of like regal, but like steadfast is kind of the aesthetic that I've.
They're in strong tower poses.
Yeah. I like the devil.
Heck yeah.
We
So
love
which
a
card do you
devil.
like, Harrison?
So we got 2 for the devil.
Oh no, I like the devil, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, you could be in love with our queen. You know, we can talk about what that looks like. We'll get into it, Harrison. If that is your,
I love the
vibe.
queen because I'm scared of her, just like Usra.
And she could. I'm scared of her so much she can step on my neck. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Okay, that's.
Wait, what did you
I don't know
say
about
about
We'll
that.
move on. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna
What did
move on.
Masood say about the neck?
So which queen do we
Masood
think
likes
is right?
getting his neck crushed.
Guys, we gotta move past it. We're
Oh.
on stream. We gotta keep moving. So we're on here. What's the vibe that we're looking for? What is the queen that we're thinking?
I like the top right.
The top right,
Mm.
all the way in the corner. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
also
all
for
the way
that.
to the corner. Just because I like the wings and she has a weapon, and I appreciate that she can fight.
Cool. So we got. It seems like 2 are for the devil, 2 are for this one right now. I'll shift my vote this way. Erica, Joan, where y'all feeling?
How many do we draw?
1. We picked our queen.
Oh, just one. Okay, so nobody also liked the bottom left one. That's fine.
Oh no! Wait, this
Let's
one, right?
go.
Oh,
I'll
this
go
one.
devil. No, I'll go devil.
Devil. Okay.
Yeah,
3.
same. I'll go devil too.
Devil.
Okay.
Ooh,
Devil queen. Devil queen.
I like this. Yeah. I didn't see the yellow
Matches
eyes,
your background,
the
Shu.
intensity. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Matches your background.
I'm the most beloved of the queen already, so I'm down with this.
Let me make sure. Nice. Perfect. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit so we can pull back.
Oh. I think I touched something. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh.
I got it.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. So we got that situated.
Ooh.
Which one was that? Was that instruction 6? Yes, we just picked 6. And then I believe I read that one. No, Erica, you read that one.
I did.
So 7. Oh, this is good. Set the card that read the queen is under attack. Do you defend her aside? I already did that. I have this card right here. Can I flip it? Yeah, flip card. The queen is under attack. Do you defend her? I've
I
already
guess
took
we
it
know
out.
what's going to happen later.
We've set it aside. So that was number 7. Number 8, we're gonna go to Harrison. Go right ahead.
Okay. So... Oh, it's not popping up for me.
Oh, I gotta show it to you. My bad.
Shuffle the red prompt cards and place them face down in the center of the table.
Awesome. So I'm going to shuffle them right here. Shuffle the deck. The deck has been shuffled. Number 9. Let's move right along to Joan.
Put the queen is under attack card in the middle of the deck for a game that takes approximately 30 minutes, or shuffle it into the bottom third of the deck to play for an hour or more.
So what I'm proposing is we leave the card just out. Let's go through the prompts. Let's try and run through all of them. Let's build this complex world. And then let's decide. It's under attack. Do we defend her or not? Does that feel cool?
Mm-hmm.
Heck.
Cool.
Awesome. So that's number 9. Moving on to number 10. Shu.
When you have read the instruction cards, continue clockwise with the red prompt cards. Take turns reading the questions out loud. Interpret these questions and answer them however you wish.
Nice. Go to Usra.
Other players may ask you questions or make suggestions on your turn, but whether you answer those questions or include those suggestions is entirely up to you.
It's always going to be your question. So, like, whenever you draw it, it's yours.
Okay.
And then this one's Erica.
Place the X card somewhere everyone can easily reach it.
So the X card is this pile right here on screen that we can see. Where this X is next to our queen, that's where that's at.
Okay.
This one's mine. If you encounter a card or an answer that you don't want to be included in that game, just tap the X card, and that content is removed from the game. So what we're gonna do is just if we come across a question that we're like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. That's not a parameter I want to think about. I just don't want to include it in any way, shape, or form. I can just pick it up and move it to the X. And that's like everyone has that power in your space. Do you remember what number that one? That was 13, I believe.
13.
13.
Okay, cool. So 14, going Harrison.
If you draw a card that is removed this way, simply draw another card. You can use a card that you drew yourself.
Yeah, so you like if you X a card, you can just draw another one. All right. And then this one's to Joan.
You can also.
Sorry, Harrison. It looked like you had a question. Is that?
What could you? My question is, could you put it into the X pile twice in a row, or is it only you get one? I don't want to deal with that.
No, like I think the next rule might answer this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can also pass on your turn. To do so, give the prompt card you drew to the next player and say, "I'd like to hear your answer. I'd like to hear your answer to this question."
Mm-hmm. So if there's a question that comes up, you're like, I don't want to answer this, but I think for the plot, it would be cool if this person would answer it. We can pass the question along if everyone's okay with it. Really, what the X is there for is just a safety tool. If you've got, and we don't need to like delve up for whatever reason, you don't have to explain. You can just be like, I don't want to play this card, and we just sort of move on. But yeah, so number 16 is going to go to Shu.
A prop card can be passed around the table until someone applies the X card to it.
16, Asra. Oh no, I just did 16, my bad. 17.
Continue answering, passing, and Xing questions until the queen is under attack card is drawn.
Heck yeah. And then going to Erica. And 18, my bad.
Each player should answer that question in turn. Then the game is over.
So that's the final question that each of ourselves will answer. And then the last instruction, whoever wants to can draw the first prompt card. And we can sort of go around the room from there. That's the game. We went through all the instructions. We know how it is. Let's get into it. Does anyone want to go first? Or we could roll a D6 and decide that way.
Let's do D6.
Let's do a D6. Awesome. Let's continue what we have for our you know what? Let's use the Twitch overlay. For the Twitch overlay will be the 6 across. So Usra will be 1 and Shu will be 6, and we'll find ourselves in between there. And so I'll just roll right here in Roll20/R1D6.
What if it's Ben?
We're skipping Ben.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
So I'm 2.
So 5. It's gonna be Harrison. Harrison. We're gonna start with you, and then we'll make our way around. And it's gonna get confusing for folks at home if you're trying to follow from the overlay. We're jumping back to the Zoom for our clockwise pattern because that's how the game's done. Or if you guys feel comfortable, we could do it based on the overlay. What's the vibe?
Well, I will say the Zoom doesn't really make sense for us either because we have a different order than you see.
Oh, thank you for giving me that insight. Because I was we all have the same. Okay, thank you. Let's just do the Twitch overlay. That's going to be really standard. And we have this number system already established. So we'll start with Harrison and then go clockwise. We'll do left to right. So that's the way clockwise works. So we'll go Shu, then Asra, and yada, yada, as we make our way through. So let me draw the first card for you. Well, Harrison, can you draw a card?
Yeah, I could pick between the red, blue, and green.
Oh, okay. So
Not the queen card. No.
Not the queen card.
I could draw a card. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just
I could do the red.
Yeah,
Okay.
deal yourself a card.
Okay. Draw one card. Okay.
Okay.
And I could read it out loud.
Yes,
Right.
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
What promise did the queen make to you before this journey? Do you think she'll keep it? Well, the queen promised me that I could have my own land once this is completed.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like? Do you also get a title, or is it like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do get a title. Do get a title. It's strange though because the land used to belong to my family, so really the queen is just giving back the land that is originally mine. But
Ooh.
She's
Yeah.
regifting.
Yeah.
she's regifting it to me.
Harrison.
But
Yeah.
I need to get my land back. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Shu, up next.
All right. Okay. What did you bring with you that endangers the queen? Okay. I brought the queen's kryptonite, which is a sprig of mistletoe, because sometimes she might fly into a frenzy and it's the only thing that can stop her.
So like she has her powers. We look at her. Is it infernal in nature, some sort of mythic source, and mistletoe is her kryptonite. I like that.
Can I ask you a clarification question about this?
Yeah.
Is it that like mistletoe itself has some kind of effect on her, or is it that she's like very concerned about kissing someone?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mistletoe's a fact. Mistletoe's a fact. I'm
Because of
not
mono,
trying to
or-
have
No.
anyone kiss anyone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's just the plant.
So
with
okay.
powerful. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move right along
Gotcha.
then. Astra, you're up next.
Okay. My card says. Oh, I don't know what's happening on my screen. Sorry, my computer's being weird.
Okay.
Stand by. Okay, I'm pressing draw one card.
Oh, you
but I'm
drew
not-
two. So
What?
if
Oh,
you
do
look-
I have to? Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Can I put one away?
Let me see. I will. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take
Okay.
one now, and it'll
Okay.
be my card.
Let it
when I go to
go.
my
Okay.
turn. Cool. Okay.
Okay, perfect. What part of this journey will be the most difficult? How do you pull the rest of the retinue
Yeah.
through it? What part of this? Ooh, the part of this journey that's going to be the most difficult is that someone will have to sacrifice themselves.
Oh.
That's so intense.
But I will pull the rest of the retinue through it by reminding them that we are doing this all for our queen, and there is no better way to go than in service of our one true love.
I a little bit hope it's Harrison and his family just doesn't get the land back.
That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
cold. Whew.
My family's dead. I'm the only one left. So yeah, they're already dead.
Even-
So I'll
Even
join
more
them.
of a tearjerker then.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
I believe so. Draw a card.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my card. Draw. I'm gonna draw one card.
I'm gonna put some
Draw.
underpinning music while we play, if that's fine.
And now,
Oh, yeah.
do I have to click on it after I draw it?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, it says, the queen knows something about you that no one else does. What is it? Oh. Hmm. The queen knows that
my family is not. I do not come from nobility. That I have like a made up background story that my family just like does like merchant stuff in Italy, and I'm here just hanging out because I'm rich, but actually none of that is true. And I'm more of like a grifter.
Ooh. The con was being this like lord, and the queen knows, but is keeping it up.
She knows.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you trying to steal Harrison's land? Is that why you don't want him to get it?
Why is everybody trying to steal my land? It belongs to me.
Quit talking about your land.
I can't even
so
grow
much,
anything
then.
on my land. Okay, my
You're
land
not a
is
farmer.
worthless. It's worthless. Okay.
Hey, we'll see what the real reason is later on. There's a lot of cards to get through.
I was born there and I'm gonna die there, and I don't care who gets in my way.
Okay, here's my card. There is someone else in this retinue you love besides the queen. How and why are you keeping it a secret? I think I'm in love with the Queen's handmaiden. You know, like truly her personal assistant, the one who like takes care of her. And it is forbidden because the Queen and I are betrothed.
Oh.
Wait, none of us are the handmaiden, or are we?
No.
Wait, are we at the handmaiden? Okay.
Okay.
I'm not the handmaid.
I just made that up. I like picked a person that was way out there that I didn't want like anyone to vibe with. But like, yeah. All right,
Okay,
that's my card.
I like that you're betrothed to the queen.
Yes. Let's move on.
Mighty there.
Up next is who's on the docket on this? It's
Joan.
Joan. Joan, draw a card.
Me? Okay, so what do you do that pleases the queen on this journey? Let's see. So I sold all of my physical belongings from my little house, and I earned a lot of money for the queen and for our little group. And so I was super, super rich. And now we just have this like little treasure chest of coins to spend on our journey.
I love this.
Nice. Harrison, you're up next.
What was like? Oh, can I ask a follow-up question? What was like the most difficult thing for you to sell?
I had a lot of like heirloom like quilts and tapestry that like my grandmother made, and so that was hard to get rid of, but I had to do it for us and the queen.
Fabric
Absolutely.
is expensive, of course, as it
Of
was
course, you
in
know.
the Regency era. Of course. Mhm, yeah.
If you
Family's
make it
linens
yourself.
were some of the most expensive things that they owned. You know, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After Joan, Harrison, you're up. Draw a card.
What is something you do for the royal family that has prepared you well for this journey? Well, I am quite the horse whisperer. So let's just say we're gonna get there on time. Happy horses. It's gonna be great. Like, yeah, I speak to horses.
Nice.
Not like actually speak to horses. I
Yeah.
could like understand. Yeah.
You're the horses. You're like kind of the stable master on the journey. You're keeping track.
Yeah,
Of, yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Up next, shoot.
All right. How? Okay. Sorry, I'm like I lost track of where the card is.
It's on above your nameplate, so you just click
Oh.
on it and then you add whatever the new card is.
Got it. What do you do for the queen that anyone else can do, and why does she make you do it?
Ooh.
Right? That anyone else can do, and why does she make you do it? She makes me clean her horns, and anyone can do it. But it's like a sign of honor to me that she wants me to clean her horns, because she trusts me to get close enough And that's also why I have the mistletoe. I'm like, like the
It's like-
Secret Service agent that like carries a
Mm.
briefcase, like that's me. That's me.
Very cool. And then moving right along, Astra.
Okay, my next card says the queen had you punished once. What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? Oof. Okay.
Ugh.
What? Well, two things really that I'll never forget was the shame that comes from a public embarrassment and the anger that my queen would put me through such a thing. I, her loyalist of loyal servants. Dang, it was public. It was a public punishment. How
We're
finding out
flogging.
that our queen has never read a leadership book.
Wow.
Yeah, this was pre those seminars on how to be good managers came out.
Oh,
Those are all
like
like MLMs anyways.
Let me sell you my
There's a
6-week course.
post-Victorian, I believe.
Just come to this Ramada Inn. I got you, man. Erica, you're up next.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this card. I love this card so much. You're considered beautiful by almost everyone you meet. What? How does the queen make you question that perception? Oh.
Oh, wait.
The queen.
That's
So this is like a part. If you don't want to
Um,
answer this, you could exit. If you want to pass it along, you can give it to somebody
No,
else.
I think we should address that the queen treats me this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so how does the queen make you question that perception? I guess it's just mostly that we grew up together, and she was like always considered the prettier one, and so like I started considering myself the funny one, even though I'm so beautiful.
Are you wait?
And
You say you grew up together? Are you siblings, or is it just like you guys were like at the same like royal?
well, you know
court?
how
Yeah.
the term I know is whipping boy. I was the one who was punished when she misbehaved.
We're not saying
Were you
this queen.
punished
I feel
publicly?
Like, yeah.
No, it was just in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so
Wow.
she makes me feel ugly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go next. I've got to draw a card. I'll deal myself one. Deal. Oh no, I don't have a draw option because I'm a GM. Player to Mr. H. Okay. All right. When was the last time the queen hurt you? Who? I think when the queen found out that I wasn't in love with her and didn't care because of the political nature of it. It emerged and like was like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. It was like, hey, this is what it is. We can do something about it. But especially in the tumultuous times right now, the denial of what it was, and then the shame it would bring upon my family if I were to break off the engagement to her. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's my card. Moving on.
All right,
No
it's
follow-up.
my turn.
Yeah. Just
No
silent, no
follow-up,
follow-up
man.
questions. Just sit down.
Are you the prince? Like, what's your title? I don't know.
no, I don't-
like,
I don't think
who are
I'm-
you to marry the queen?
I don't think I'm a prince. I would think I'm just like a lord, from a family within here.
Oh, you're an aristocrat. You're part of the bourgeoisie. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
one of the few ones
Give me
that
some of your land.
they sent me off to the army. Like my older brother actually was the one who was in charge of the estate. My younger brother was the one who was always popular in social gatherings. But when my land was taken and my castle ransacked, my family's, I had to inherit the rubble that was left over. and to appease.
At least you got
the...
to inherit something.
Yeah, but once
You
again,
have horses.
You have horses, dude. You got horses.
Yeah,
My
talk to your
family's
horses about your
dead.
You got
problems.
horses. You don't know
Tell
that.
the horses.
Yeah, no, it's a land for my horses.
Heck yeah. Okay, so Joan, you got your third card.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right. So when did you know you would never forgive the queen, and why? So it happened really recently before we went on our trip. She assassinated the queen from the next land over. And so like that was like the first glimpse of her being like actually evil. And I don't think I could ever forgive her.
Did you have like a special relationship with the other queen?
I did, yeah. So my family used to live in that part of the land or territory, and we, you know,
Sensing a common theme here.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that might be how the queen has amassed her empire, right? Has it been cannibalizing and then taking the other people who used to be in charge and giving them positions of power to like then like because that was the thing that they would do, right? Like, I'm gonna appease the locals. I'm gonna make this former king my duke now. You know what I mean? Like, kind of give him something. Does that feel like what's happening, or?
yeah, I feel like she's just colonizing things and killing people and other royalty. So she's the ultimate queen.
Hell yeah.
And she's running an MLM. God,
And she's
this
running.
women's like
I mean,
Aren't these
hashtag
she's
boss
a
babe.
busy lady.
Better in our
She's
eyes.
well, that's the prompts. We
boss.
don't. They're shuffled. We might find some other ones along the way that change our opinion.
Okay.
But yeah. Speaking of which, Astra, you want to grab your next card?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
is it? No, am I wrong? It's Harrison. I got
Oh,
that
it's-
messed up.
yeah.
Okay.
Harrison,
Yeah.
Shu. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You saw the queen do something terrible to keep the routine staff. What was it? Did you come to respect her more or less afterwards?
Ooh.
Well, I could definitely tell you. One of the queen's assistant, the handmaiden, the one that you're in love with, yeah, she tried to get another job at another kingdom, and guess what? The queen gave her a bad reference.
Cynthia,
no! It wasn't good at all.
She's proficient in Microsoft Suite. Why would she say she wasn't?
Yeah, she wasn't a team player. She's so it's honestly respect her for it. You got to keep good talent in the house. Like, how do we progress as a kingdom if all of our talent leaves for other kingdoms?
Mm-hmm.
Some Sheryl Sandberg.
So you
like,
respected
this-
her more after that. I like that.
It's cold-blooded, yeah.
Shoot, you got the next one.
All right. Who is this distant power you are traveling to, and why do they make you uneasy? Okay, so before a queen can get married, she must undergo a traditional, how does one say, ritual in which, I don't know, maybe some things are sacrificed, maybe a couple horses die, whatever. We're not here to judge, but it must be done or else she cannot keep her kingdom. And so that's why she's traveling with her betrothed, whatever. The dude that she's about to marry, and Cynthia, her handmaiden, and her entire retinue, so she can accomplish this last thing. And I am a little nervous. She's been assassinating people left and right. She's running her own business all the time. She's not able to keep her own staff. Like, there's a lot of turnover right now in her company / her kingdom. So I don't really know if this is like the right time for like this kind of corporate merging of the families. I think we might want to take our time, but I'm just a Secret Service person. I'm just holding the bag of mistletoe.
I like that. Thank you for describing it in a manner that someone from mergers and acquisitions could understand, and I appreciate that. Asra, you're up next.
Okay, let's see. The queen is not your queen.
Why do you serve her anyway?
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, the only thing that comes to mind is brainwashing. Like the shame and the torture that I went through, the punishment I went through, like taught me she's my queen or else.
You're Theon Greyjoy before he gets out. Sorry, it's Game of Thrones.
Oh
reference.
my
Is that like the
God.
vibe? Yeah.
Oh.
God. Okay, yeah, but like less.
It's more
like-
the sort of stuff that Erica got me like, you're not actually that pretty. Like it's
Yeah. Theon Greyjoy's whole freaking storyline was around when I stopped watching. It was okay, but yeah, I don't want. Yeah, she's my queen, or else I'm gonna get tortured more in front of people. So
Nice.
dang.
Up next, Erica.
All right, let me draw one more card. One. And then click it. Okay. When was the last time the queen showed you real kindness? I just realized I zoomed in on my eye. Do you guys like that?
Nice.
When was the last time the queen showed me real kindness? It's actually pretty recently. It was on our trip. It was, we had to set up camp and like cook dinner and like make a fire and all that stuff, and everybody else went to bed. And the queen and I, we were just like up late drinking and talking and bonding and things like that. And she told me that I actually make her feel really calm, and she feels like she can be herself around me because we grew up together, and that she really doesn't know what she would do without me, and that I'm like a really close and trusted ally. And that made me feel really nice.
She for everything else, she's also like, you've been her most consistent friend, right? Like throughout everything.
Yeah.
And employee.
Yeah.
And employee.
Well, my
Yeah.
family sent me over from Italy because we were poor.
Yeah.
And, the rest just happened.
The rest just happened. Cool. Dealt myself a card. Let's see. How does the queen remind you of her status while on the journey? Damn. Damn, that's tough. I think it's Cynthia gets left behind. Is actively told the wrong time, and like the camp just moves on without her one evening. And
That's terrible.
I don't find out.
So no one tells her?
No one tells. Well, like for whatever reason.
Wait, how does that work? Is she asleep and she wakes up, everybody's gone?
I bet so. Everyone's got like their little like tent set up. It's a mobile thing. We're like moving. No, I act even better. We're moving
Don't
through.
tell Cynthia.
We're moving through, and we're trying to make our way. And we like stop at a city along the way, so we get residence at like an inn, and the queen gives her a little extra something to sleep that night that causes her to sleep in the next morning. Doesn't hear the crows go off. Doesn't hear all the sound, and it's just
All those crows.
morning
crows.
Those morning crows. It's our universe.
In Cincinnati, we were just stopping in Cincinnati.
Right,
The crows got
Cincinnati
up.
crows. But yeah, and so
Wait, so
Cynthia's now
it's
just
not
like
just
a transplant in a new city. Yeah.
so like Cynthia's job is she's a handmaiden. So it's not just that she like wakes up late and isn't with the crew. It's like she's messed up her whole career.
Yeah. Just to prove to me, like the queen was like, I can do anything.
Wow. Will you ever forgive her?
I don't know. Let's see these other questions that come around. It might be a really complicated love story. We don't know what's happening.
Kind of sounds like Cynthia had it coming. That's all I'm gonna
What?
Oh.
Cynthia, no!
Wow. Queen
The
loyalist.
truth comes out.
say. Just saying, wake up on your own time.
Up next with that, Joan, what you got?
Okay, mine says you are considered ugly by almost everyone you meet. How does the queen make you question that perception?
Oh, so it's like the mirror of what Erica got. I like that. Yeah.
So the queen is very arrogant. She makes me hold a mirror while she combs her hair, every night before she goes to bed. But she, gave me a compliment one night and told me that my hands were super, super nice and soft, and that I have the hands of very aristocratic hands, and that she can't imagine me being a peasant. And that made me feel good, because usually the people who make fun of me are peasantry. And so I feel a lot better than them, even though they make fun of how ugly I am. I know deep inside I'm just so rich and just a
Also,
class above them.
The queen the queen thinks highly of you. Who cares what these peons think of you, right? Yeah.
Yeah. At least because she's never seen a peasant's hand,
But I like to think that after this incident, your character just uses her hands gratuitously, in things and
Oh yeah, she's
really
very
gestures a lot.
protective.
Exactly.
My
Gloves,
hands.
my hands.
I can't. I have to protect my hands. I can't lift
There's
that.
the queen's favorite hands. I love it. Hell yeah. All right, Harrison, you're up next.
There's a false rumor about you and the queen back at the royal court. What is it? How did it start? Well, I think there's a false rumor is that I taught her how to read. So I taught her how to read. So
Can queen not read?
Literacy.
Is that the
Well,
false rumor?
that's false because
it's a
you
false
don't know how
rumor.
to
She was
read, right?
teaching me how to read. She was teaching me how to read the entire time. But no, the false rumor is that actually it started by Cynthia saw us together because she walked through the chambers and she saw mud on the floor and it was footprints. It's my footprints from the stable.
Yeah.
And I don't take off my shoes when I walk into the castle because I keep forgetting, and it takes a long time to put the shoes back on. But she's followed the mud tracks to the queen's chambers. Right now peasant, maybe in the future a horse lord. So that's what I'm working towards. So she walked in and she saw
Lord of Horses.
me reading Good Night Moon to the queen, and I was overly confident. So the Cynthia thought to herself, she's like, you know what? I always have to read stuff to the queen, because
Wait a
it's
minute.
the queen.
Yeah.
But the queen doesn't need to read stuff. It's what ice cream flavors are there?
No.
I don't know. You could read it.
I love this. And then Cynthia's like, wait. If I can discredit the validity of her as a queen, then me and we can be together. And the queen finds out and leaves her behind. I think that
yeah.
And far away from her kingdom too. That's so cold. Hashtag
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all because Harrison wanted to learn how to read. How quaint.
I want to teach
For
the
Good
horses
Night
how to
Moon is
read.
Nice of the queen, though,
That is
to
nice.
teach a peasant how to read. That
Yeah,
seems,
exactly.
Interesting.
Ian,
Horse
I'm a high level
Well,
peasant.
Yeah,
No,
we're
a high
in her
level
retinue.
peasant.
We're all
Yeah.
close confidants in some
Sorry.
capacity.
Yeah.
Then Shu, I believe you're next.
All right. The queen sometimes shows interest in your personal life. How do you respond to that? Why? I am honored when my queen shows care for me. It's kind of like when your manager remembers your coffee order and it's just like, hey, you know, like, you really like this, like, no sugar with a little bit of oat milk, right? And I'm like, yes, that is exactly how I take my coffee. Thank you for remembering me. It's those little tiny touches that I'm just like, wow, you care about me as a person, and I believe in your like corporate vision strategy for what you want to achieve. So let me know how I can best fit in, because you know me. If you know my coffee, you know me. By the way, Mocha Pot Harrison, it's honestly the best way to go.
Mocha, I gotta get that.
Dude, change my morning, because it's not quite as strong as espresso.
Is this called
but
Mocha Pot?
I think so. It's like,
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's like MOKAPOT.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay.
But honestly,
Right. Okay.
whoa.
So let's moving right along. Usher, you want to draw your card while Harrison and Shu talk about coffee in a private message?
Yeah. Okay. My card says, "You saved the queen's life once. How?" The queen has a very, very terrible peanut allergy. And Cynthia once made brownies for everyone and didn't warn everyone that there was cross-contamination. So the queen...
She was trying to kill the queen.
Maybe?
No. Cynthia, she would never. Would she?
How well do you know
your
Cynthia?
fiance or your lover as well as you do, Miss Dude? Because the stories are...
Well, I will never get a chance anymore, okay?
That's fair. Yeah, there's no way you'll find her after what happened. Yeah, okay, so the queen was having a allergic reaction. She's going into, well, her throat was closing up, right? She's going into epileptic shock. And I had my EpiPen on me and was like, "Queen." And then I, did the stabby thing with my EpiPen and I saved her life.
Heck yeah.
Shoot, does that make you feel bad?
2006.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot.
Shoot, does that make you feel bad that
Yeah.
you're the one with
What?
the
Oh my
brief
God,
case?
I love this.
Shu's only job.
I can say this.
Yeah.
Okay, the queen had what?
We
What
could also,
were you gonna say?
like, do you want to answer it? You want to pass it? Like, there's so many options that we could do with this. Like,
Should I not answer? Did I ruin my
no.
chance?
I like tension, and so I love the idea of you saving and then like, but also I'm not the dominant narrative here. What does the table feel? What are we all sitting at?
Wait, what's the question at hand?
How did you save the queen's life?
Oh, but
Isn't that the question?
That is the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Wait, am I still answering it?
Yeah, it's your card. So it's like, do you want to answer it or do you want to pass it? So as you're like thinking about your options, because you wanted to like go back, I was like, you have a lot of choices.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, I can make this more for the time period because I forgot we were in the past.
Well,
we never said
the-
though. We never said
What'd
what
you
year.
We never said.
Oh,
this
okay.
could be this could be a fantasy world where
This is
Italy is right
1998.
next to Cincinnati, Ohio,
Okay,
and
so-
the EpiPens also exist, and mistletoe is a kryptonite.
And
Okay.
also a Microsoft Office at the same time.
Right, she's a girl boss queen.
Absolutely,
That's
girl boss,
modern.
multi-level
Okay,
marketing.
that's so right.
Yeah.
You said something. You said something about the year, then I was like, oh shoot, we did talk about the.
Our queen has horns.
Oh
Period.
yeah,
Who
I was
cares?
roasting
Yeah.
your ass for sure, but I think we still have to live with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Now that we figured that out.
Okay. But so you saved the
Okay.
queen with an EpiPen. Like you
Yes.
administer this special potion coming to her aid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you
Okay,
want
my
to say
turn.
anything about this? Or no, let's just move along. Erica, grab the card.
Okay, let's see.
Uh-huh.
This one says, "The queen is responsible for the death of someone you loved. Who? What happened?" Oh, okay. Let's see. I guess maybe. Yeah, the queen's an assassin, and my family in Italy at one point. They were all horse lords. And after I came here and became her whipping boy, she just like
was obsessed with the idea that I might someday go back to my family or find a way. So she had my whole family assassinated.
Whoa.
It was a horrible car accident.
Princess Diana hers?
Well, how big was the car? How big is your family? Is it like a school bus of your family?
Yeah, yes, of course, horse lords. You need so many to tame horses.
Yeah,
and so
I'm a horse
you'll find
lord.
that difficult if you inherit the land. You'll have to have a
owned the
lot
land
of
before.
children.
Former horse lord Harrison.
Get ready to have a big family if you inherit that land again. But yes, it was a busload of my family, and ironically, they were all on their way to day school for horse lording. It was like a continuing education kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
and
I've taken that. Yeah,
like a leadership program.
Yeah. At the
exactly.
Ramada Inn.
Yes,
We've all been there.
yeah.
They were T-boned by a steak. No, that's ridiculous.
Wait. Thank
By
you.
a steak?
By like
Yeah.
they were T-boned
Like
by a steak.
It was a
steak of
cow. It wasn't a
mistletoe?
steak yet, but I did eat it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so the cow passed in front of the car. They did one of these whoopsie daisies.
Oh, it was a
It was
okay.
And my whole family perished.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that. I like so it.
Yes.
Were you on the bus? You were
How
on
did
the bus
the
at the time.
queen get the cow? Because she assassinated them. How did the queen get the cow there to cause this incident?
Well, I don't know.
Oh!
The queen never does anything all by herself, and I suspect all of you.
It's Pepe Silva right now. It's you're drawing the board. I love it. All right, mine. Let's see what finds it. The queen trusts you, but no one else in the royal court does. Why? Oh, I like this. So I think everyone else in the court, like we're the royal court, like we're the group. Everyone else finds out about Cynthia and like finds out that I'm like in this place that I had feelings for someone and I threatened the stability of the empire for life.
Yeah, by stepping out.
Right.
You said finds out, but your girlfriend tried to kill the queen, and we all know.
Yeah.
What? Cynthia would never. And I think the queen trusts me though, and that's the thing that the queen trusts you, but no one else in the royal court does. Why? And I think at this moment is when like I sort of fall in lockstep. Like the queen makes a show of like even though this happened, the empire is more important and like the actual presentation. So she invites or like gives me assignments that other people would question, like shares information that people doubt that I should have, and she jumped on her own. I swear, I was petting her and then she just jumped down. I look like I pushed her, and I apologize. But yeah, and I don't know. It's weird. Things are weird between the queen and I right now. I don't know. And Joan, I think you're next.
# Team Queen.
Hold on, my card's freezing. Okay. I'm just going to zoom in. You were summoned to a private meeting with the queen once. Why did you feel disappointed afterward? So, since she's running this multi-level marketing organization thing, she summoned me into this random meeting that was not on, my calendar. And she was like very positive, giving me really, really good positive feedback on like my workload for the week. And, I'm like really, really dedicated to her and her company. So I felt like she was going to give me a raise and a level up, but she didn't. And she demoted me. So I was super disappointed afterward, and she's so manipulative and I don't trust her anymore.
And it's tough because like you look at that year-end review, you wrote the self-report, and you're like, I did a good job. I met my metrics. I improved.
Exactly.
I had a lot of like new growth, and it's like it's weird to get that back and be hit with a needs improvement on it. You know what I mean? Like, one second, my cat is in front of the screen. Okay, bud, you just do your thing. All right, Harrison, you're up next. I'll show.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you know that you were in love with the queen?
Oh, was she reading?
Well, the secret's out. I guess it was when she was teaching me how to read. When her and I ride horses in the forest together. Because she likes to pick truffles. So we follow the pigs. And so, but she takes me with her because I'm the horse guy. So yeah, it's just over time, and I think our relationship is okay. Like, I love her. I'm afraid of her. I hate her for killing my family. So it's like all these mix of emotions all the time. But
I get it, buddy.
yeah,
get it.
I mean, but she's flirtatious. So yeah, woman in power, right? It's very attractive.
We're gonna shoot up next.
I'm gonna slide right past that one. All right. Why do you think the queen trusts you enough to bring you on this journey? Oh, easy. My family's been in service to the queen for, well, the royal family really since forever. We serve the crown. We do not just serve the queen.
So like
we are there to, yeah.
Your great grandparents also worked to protect the royal family. Like, this is just your ancestry.
Oh yeah, I was born in the castle, and I'm gonna die in that castle. So help me God. All right, like, everything about my life has been in service of the queen. I wouldn't even know what to do otherwise. I was literally bred for this. So, I couldn't even possibly imagine a world outside of it. Not that I would ever want to, or I've ever done so, even in my daydreams.
Of course. Up next, Astra, draw a card. Tell us what you got.
Okay. What makes the queen ugly in your eyes? Oof. Okay, as we all know, I love the queen. I'm a very loyal supporter of the queen. I would never say anything bad about my queen.
But
sometimes she does this thing where in a queen meeting, I'll have a good idea and she'll say my idea louder and say that it's her idea. That makes her kind of ugly in my eyes.
Oh.
That and the public punishment also makes her ugly.
Of course, goes without saying. Yeah. Erica, I believe you're next.
Okay, let me draw another card. Okay. What do you do to disappoint the queen on this journey? Oh boy. Yeah. I hate to admit this, especially publicly, but I did try to wake Cynthia up on time. I stood outside her window and I cawed like a crow, hoping that would wake her, since she's supposed to wake up to crow caws. And I think it was the drugs, and she was still like really passed out. I even went into the room and I like shook her a little bit, and she didn't wake up, but the queen noticed that I had tried to help out Cynthia, and she was pissed.
Why would you help Cynthia?
Because I know what it's like for the queen to make me feel undesirable. And like, I see you guys flirting and I kind of am standing you guys. And I know I'm not supposed to, but that's kind of why it's hot. But yeah, I want to see you guys together. I think the queen can do another kind of marriage for political gain. She can probably assassinate people for political gain. She has so much power. So I don't think she really needs to be doing this to Cynthia. And I'm a little bit on Cynthia's side.
I like this rich tapestry we're weaving for someone not at this table. Ben was Cynthia. We'll say Ben was character.
Cynthia. Ben is
Makes
Cynthia.
so much sense.
Ben is Cynthia.
Yeah.
There's a part of you that does not want peace in the land. Why are you attached to the war? I think I become attached to it. I spend enough time in the war meetings and the councils listening to our queen talk about the campaign and the steady growth.
Wait, can you repeat the question? I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a part of you that does not want peace in this land.
Oh, okay.
Why are you attached to the war? I think, yeah, like I sitting in the war council meetings and like hearing about the moves. I think there's early on there was things like I just want to over. But as the journey's been going on and hearing about how our queen is using this meeting just to gain more power and then we'll sort of like systematically push it out, is there's so much our empire's bringing to people that they don't know about. We have EpiPens, we have cars, we've taken and amalgamated so much from every other culture that now we just can package it and provide it to these other people. And for a low price of just servanthood in our empire, you too could then pass this message along to other. And if you pass it enough to enough people, you can get moved up. And like, yo, I have bought hook, line, and sinker in the multi-level marketing strategy. And I like being with the head marketer of it. Like, I think I get brainwashed into it. And it really becomes Cynthia Who. And it's like, yeah. That's the brainwashing. I like it.
Psychological war, you know.
Up next, Joan.
Yep, my card says, okay, guys, the queen touched you once. What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? So the queen caught me talking like crap about her because she didn't give me a promotion. I found out she's an assassinator. You know, she's allergic to peanuts. Like she's just so.
Your list was ready.
Assassinates people, has a peanut allergy,
and she can't handle peanuts. What? Come on.
She's not strong. She's like a horrible leader. So she heard me during, lunch, and she came over and slapped me across the face. Like very hard. I had like this huge red mark.
Humiliation.
Exactly. And, people saw the handprint was like on my cheek for like 5 days.
For every finger.
Oh my
For
God.
every finger.
I remember seeing that. It looked like it hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
Joan, we can trauma bond about this later.
Oh yeah, let's go chat.
Yeah. I'll put it on your calendar.
Please do.
Crying in a conference room.
Calendars up to date,
Oh, heck yeah. Up next, Harrison, draw a card, my guy.
Why are some others at the royal court jealous of your relationship with the queen?
I'm not jealous.
I mean, I guess.
Why would you say I was jealous? Why am I?
Okay.
Why would I be jealous?
like I think it's pretty obvious, right? Like I'm the only one that's like not technically noble right now.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that I'm some outsider. I wear shoes in the damn castle that other people have to clean up, and I keep forgetting. So the queen like gets mad at me when she's like, "Ah, no, horse whisperer, horse lord, we're not gonna do it."
She
Nah,
like
it's okay.
never
Just horse
You
guy.
never get
Horse
punished.
guy.
You're
I
never
never
punished.
get punished.
You're
I
never
never get
punished.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of like the queen's like I don't know, little monkey boy or something that just walks around and yeah, I
The
don't get in
jester,
trouble.
her
No, I'm not a jester. I'm not funny. I'm not a funny.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
horse lord.
The horse lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a
no,
horseman.
I am. People make fun of me. I don't make fun of myself.
Why does she look at you longingly at dinner? Why is that happening?
Yeah, it's because I have something on my face. That's why.
Just a little bit of like gravy dripping down your lip. Yeah. Shu, you're up next.
All right. What did you bring with you to protect the queen? Well, I mean, I did bring mistletoe. That's supposed to protect ourselves and also her when she flies into a frenzy and slapping people in the face in the cafeteria and such. But I also brought a very tiny tablet, and it has a PowerPoint of her entire plan for the next, like, I don't know, 6 to 8 quarters. And like this PowerPoint is so good that like anyone who sees it is just like, oh my God, of course, I would totally dedicate my life to it, right? Like this makes Nexium look like a joke, you know? And I just know that anytime I whip out this tablet, I know that I can get the next person.
Yes, B Zelda, a PowerPoint.
Wow,
She thought about putting it on a Prezi, but decided better. And went with.
She's
PowerPoint.
old school.
Yeah.
She's old school.
I
She's
like to think that-
traditional.
Part of the training of you and like your people who serve the queen for generations is you have to go to business school.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
part
of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, duh. Yeah, I went to Stanford. Did you guys not go to Stanford Business School? Get an MBA?
No,
Sorry,
I went to
Wharton.
CSU
Not you,
Conference.
horse guy. You just learn how to read. Everybody
State
else.
school, Chico State.
Astra, you're up next. Draw a card.
Okay. My card says, you suspect this journey isn't just about diplomatic negotiations. What else do you believe is going on and why? Well, I believe that one sir, one man in this retinue, right? That's the word,
That's the word.
of ours, is upset with the queen about one woman who got left behind. And I believe there is an assassination attempt. But I also believe there's another assassination attempt on that man by another man who's in love with the queen. So
Wait,
I
so
believe
there's an
Mhm.
assassination attempt on the assassination attempt, or
No.
yeah,
no,
well, it's two separate assassination
someone
attempts.
wants to assassinate
Got
the
it.
queen because of somebody
This
getting
dude.
left behind. Yes.
Cynthia.
And someone wants to assassinate me because of their love
Harrison.
for. I see.
Wait, someone wants to assassinate me?
You want to assassinate Masood.
Oh yeah. I know
Oh,
how
yeah,
you're gonna die.
What?
Yeah. Hey, come to the stable here.
Oh, am I the one who makes a sacrifice? Am I the one who dies on this journey?
Oh my goodness.
Erica,
Get him,
you're up next.
seashell.
Circle.
Okay, let's see. What brings out the queen's kindness? You know what I've noticed, and I'm actually kind of jealous of, is that Harrison brings out the queen's kindness. It's like she'll teach him how to read. She'll do all these nice things for him. She like barely even publicly beats him.
Only
And-
privately.
They go on these midnight horseback rides, and she comes back sweaty with her hair disheveled. That's real weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is real weird because he is way below her station.
Okay.
And I mean, my family comes from horse lords. And like, if
So
I ever
does
wanted to
mine.
like, yeah, so we're like kind of perfect for each other. And this
Ooh.
queen is like,
Oh, it's like a love
really, she's supposed
square.
to be marrying Masood. And she,
Mm.
I don't know. I just noticed that she's awfully kind to Harrison. And
It was cool
That's
when
all
she
I'll say
had to
about that.
marry a lord, but now with a peasant.
Yeah. Okay. Let's stop talking bad about me. All
A
right.
state school peasant.
I
Are
know
you
who I
kidding
am.
me?
Okay.
Come on.
Yes. Yes.
That actually,
My GPA was 3.0. Okay.
Chico State's got a great program. I'm sure. My turn. Ooh. What brings out the queen's cruelty? I'm honestly I'm gonna X this card because I think we've talked about her cruelty quite a bit. I feel like this is like a
That's
topic
fair.
that we've like been
Yeah.
quite a bit on. I'd love to like see another one.
She's
What a
publicly
great
beating people. We get it.
narration.
Yeah. It's very clear.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. What makes the queen beautiful in your eyes?
Aww.
I think it is the ambition. It's the ruthless like drive. It's the true I'm going to get what I want. And I think that is having that agency and having that like truly, even if it's from an extreme place of privilege, just the ability to like do that, especially as like, yeah, it's her fault my entire life has been like crumbled and like the family, like all of it doesn't. I see it and it's beautiful.
Competency is hot. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, watching the press conference earlier today, my God. Oh God. Oh man. All right, moving on. Let's go. Up next, we've got Joan.
The queen thinks more highly of you than you do of yourself. How do you know this? So, I talked about my slapping story during lunch, and she thought I would cry, but I didn't. I held in like all my tears and just all my emotions. I'm just burying it deep inside of me, and she respects me for that I don't show any weakness. I'm repressing all of my emotions and trauma deep inside and not like showing it to anyone. So it's messed up, but she really, really thinks highly of me for that.
Your composure, the ability, like even in front of a queen trying to mock you, you were able to hold your own. Hell yeah. Harrison, draw that card, bud.
Okay. What do you usually do for the royal family? I think, can I skip that one because I've already said that?
Go for it.
Okay. Let me
Yeah, what I did is I
put it
dragged
in the
I flipped it, and then I
here?
moved it over to the X. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you
And then
right click it, you can flip it.
Flip card.
I'll just do it actually.
Keep on doing it. Okay.
Let me see. That's the
Okay.
one. Yeah. Okay. Let me just make
Okay.
sure. Yeah. You just draw your.
All right. You have a personal connection to the land you are currently traveling through. What makes you want to stay, and why don't you? Well, the land that we're going through is actually my land.
Right.
That I will get once it's completed. What makes me want to stay is like, I'm here. Like, please, just let me. Could I just drop my stuff off here, and then I'll keep going, and then I could come back to my stuff.
Who do you think you are,
and-
Cynthia? No. You
Yeah.
gotta
So
stay with the group.
yeah, I can't because of my duties. In order for me to get this land, I have to travel with the queen and all of you.
Sure, that's the only reason.
That is-
Only-
well, before the Goodnight Moon.
Yeah, no, I want to learn how to read a page from Harry Potter one day. So, yeah, that's my dream.
That's the goals.
To one of them, yeah.
Shu, you're up next.
Yes. Wait. Where did my new card go?
Do you have to scroll down?
Maybe right
Yeah.
by you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna. Mister, can you help me X this one? Because I've already answered this one,
Oh, okay,
basically.
cool. Yeah. If you just drag it, you can take it out of your thing. And then it's here.
Okay.
And then I can do this part. I'll flip it and move it if you just want to get yourself another card.
Thank you. All right, let's do this new one. Oh, the queen gave you a compliment once. What was it, and why have our words stayed with you? I'll take this one. One time, the queen looked at me, and she looked right through my soul, and she was just like, "Thank you." And I was just like, she really gets me. Because you know how like some leaders just inspire just by looking at you? Like, yeah, she called me the wrong name. Yeah. She thinks I'm technically my grandma, but whatever, you know, like just said thank you in a way that just, I really got why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like it really just put everything into place. And ever since then, that one day, I was just like, that's my queen.
Heck yeah.
That's so sad.
Do you want to see the presentation? Because I'm telling you right now, 10 days or your money back.
I'll see it.
You can't read, whatever.
You explain it to me. No, it's practice. I can try to read it.
I'll throw you over next. Get your card.
Okay. My card says the queen lights a fire in you. What is it? I don't know if I've ever brought this up before, but the queen publicly punished me, and it was really humiliating.
I don't know if
I know
I'm
this is the
sorry.
first time.
Process
I know this is the first time it's ever come up.
Oh
Shocking.
my god, she always brings this up. It's like all the
Oh.
time.
Hey guys, did you hear about that one time I got publicly punished?
Oh, it's like Tuesday. That was all weekend.
Yeah, you know, I kept it a secret for a really long time, but I finally thought I should reveal it. So the queen loves to like bring that up casually and like laugh about it because it's funny to her. And when she does, it lights a fire in me.
Oh, but we know this about her because she was doing that with Joan earlier too. About when she slapped her, she like calls back the public humiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unlike Joan, do let the queen see me struggle. So, but yeah, it lights a fire in me to somehow get back at my queen. But then I get like conflicted feelings because I love her and I would do anything for her, but also I want to hurt her really badly. So yeah, that's the fire she lights within me.
Heck yeah.
Truly a corporate experience.
Yeah, seriously.
Erica, you're up next.
Okay, yes, let's see. My card says, you think of someone in this retinue as the queen's favorite. Who? What makes you think this? Well, I said it last time and I'll say it again. It's Harrison.
Yeah, actually,
And-
get yourself another card. I think that,
Okay.
I think we're okay with.
Yeah.
You kind
I
of
wanted to
established that.
further develop my character's
No, no.
crush on Harrison, but that's okay. I'll just do that
completely
no matter
obvious.
what next card I
You
get.
had it still on top of. I just want to also give you something like fresh.
No. I will do it. I cannot
I got it.
put
I
my
got you.
cards away. Okay, thank you. Draw. 1. Okay. Let's see. This one says, you arranged for the queen to be ambushed on this journey. Okay, you're right. That was the right move.
Yeah.
Okay. You arranged for the queen to be ambushed on this journey. What did they offer you? Interesting. What did they offer me? A horse farm. They offered me the land and the stables you would need to raise a whole family, a whole equine family. Not like it could replace your own that died on a bus. Nothing could replace your whole family that died on a bus. But if somehow you could regain what you had lost in terms of legacy, then that means enough, doesn't it? That means enough that you might kill your queen. I mean, she assassinates people. She kills people. She kills families. She ruins lives. She humiliates publicly. She's never taken a leadership course.
Your best friend, though.
My best friend. My best friend. And look what I've done. All for some bit of land and stables and oats and water. I guess that's all I need. Land, stables, oats, and water.
Those 4 things, and that's it.
And that's it, yeah. And love, of course.
Yeah, whatever.
This is the last card. So after this, we're going to flip over the top one, and we'll respond. You sometimes think you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you? I don't know. I think it started out really political, and she knew that I didn't want to be there, and cruelly enforced my hostage situation. But whether it's Stockholm or just competency or just being around each other, I maybe I'm seeing into something. I see the way the queen is with, Harrison's horse lord, but there's other times where I feel like she really sees me and like really listens, and we held hands for like 3 seconds, and I don't know, it felt really nice. And that scares me that it felt nice. It scares me.
What would Cynthia think?
What would
Oh
Cynthia?
my
And I think the guilt
God.
starts to really like eat at him eat at me in that space.
Is
And-
this why Cynthia poisoned the queen with peanut butter?
Oh, she would never. She would. Would she have if she thought she was losing me?
This is some Bridgerton stuff.
This
right
is
here.
some Bridgerton stuff, which I love. And why does that worries me, one, because it says about me, and two, I think it does make me afraid of other people who might be after the queen. But that's my question, and that's the last one that I have. So we have just one final prompt, and that is: the queen is under attack. Do you defend her? I just went, so get back to me last. We're gonna keep going in this order. Start it off with Joan. Do you defend the queen?
You know what? I do defend the queen because I do see a lot of myself in her. You know? I mean, she's horrible and, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little evil like her, and it's bringing something out of me. She's bringing something, out of me, and I really want to continue working for her. I can't imagine serving any other queen. She's a personality. She's insane, but I really love it.
Harrison.
Okay. I protect the queen. I defend the queen because my only goal in mind is to just get this whole thing over with so I could get my land. So also I'm kind of in love with her too. So yeah, I defend her.
You got 2 defense so far. Shu.
Yeah.
I will defend her till my dying breath.
No question
think-
about it. Yeah.
Nice.
100%. I love it. then moving forward, Asra.
You know, I love my queen more than anything, but she's also kind of mean. I don't think I'm gonna defend her.
Thank you. Nice. We gotta have dissenting opinions here. I love it. Erica, you set up the ambush. Does that also mean? Does that mean you like? Do you?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I set up the ambush and I will not defend my queen. I instead will attack her and those that defend her. And in fact, I run up to Harrison and I know that the only reason he's defending her is this promise of land. But Harrison!
Yeah?
I've seen the way you read. It's beautiful.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Comes from. Nobody else in this retinue knows this other than the queen, but my family also comes from horse lords. We're not noble. We're just
really?
horse people, just like you. And
whoa!
I've
You never
arranged.
told me that.
And now I am finally. Actually, I did send you some notes, but you couldn't read them yet.
No,
Anyway,
I can't. No,
beside the
I'm
point.
going to though. I'm learning.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna learn how to read it.
Listen,
Sure.
I've arranged such that if the queen dies here and now,
What?
this land is ours.
No, this is
So I
my
suppose
land that
either
we're
way-
in.
Well, I suppose either way, you'll end up with the land because if the queen lives, it'll be yours. If the queen dies, it'll be ours.
Is
You know,
is it
one thing
about
for
the
you to
land
choose.
anymore, though, Harrison?
You know, I never really thought of that before. Wow. That's the first thing that all this is confusing. Everybody's just, I just, I don't know whose side to pick now, but the queen's really nice to me, and she said she likes me. I don't know if it's like, but I think I like her, and nobody else likes me right now. And
Harrison, I'm telling you, I'm spilling out my heart. I'm telling you that I like you. I like you.
What? Oh, wow. How could this is the first time you told me that? You like me?
There have been so many notes. And I
All of
wrote
us
on
in
it,
the
do you
back
like
with the
me back, yes or
popcorn.
no? And I saw you struggling to read it. And it broke my heart.
So all those times that you wanted you wanted me to teach you how to ride a horse, you've known how to ride a horse the entire time?
I just knew as a man you would want to teach me something.
No,
Canonically,
absolutely
this
not.
is true. Canonically, this is very true.
Yeah.
Okay, a guy told me, yes, this is true. This is true. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, this is a lot right now. Can I sleep on it? Can I take the night after this fight and about it? And maybe there's just a lot going on right now. I don't know. We're about to get attacked, so let's table this for later.
Wow. Okay. That's fine. I'll just go kill the queen and just let me know later if you like me or not.
I mean, I like you. I don't know. This is new. I didn't know. There was no warning. I'm really caught off guard. No one's ever really liked me before, except for my
Sure.
horses.
Sure, it's not me, it's you.
I have to. Okay, let me talk to my horses about this. Okay, Peanut.
Can somebody else take their turn?
Peanut.
Oh no.
Let me consult my horse.
Horses. Yeah.
Sorry. Let me table that so I can go talk to my horse. Like, I'll put that in the chat. God.
Yeah, I would be destroyed if I told someone I like them and they were like, "Can I table that?"
Ooh, can we just
No, you cannot
can we
table
that? Can we circle back on that? Like maybe next week?
Yeah. Per my last
All
email.
at a time. Oh my god.
Oh.
Look upon this
Terrible.
castle and finally I understand what all these walls are for. They're to protect your heart.
I don't know if I protect our queen. I think what really I like her, but the fact that I like her feels so drastically different from who I once was that I think that's the odds of it. I think I think I wait. I think like the fight breaks out and the ambush happens, and I don't do anything. I'm inactive in the actual thing until I like see it break down where Shu and Joan are like fighting back Asura and Erica as they're going through it. Harrison, I don't know where you landed on this, but
He's talking to
I'm
his
talking to my
horse.
horses.
so you're not even there. You like like you are not. So you're in action based. Yeah, I think when I see the queen begin to get ambushed and by everyone else, she looks to me for help, and I draw my sword. And I turn to face her with it raised. I think that's it. I think that's it.
What, a cliffhanger?
I mean, well, that's the end of the game. We don't find out what happens afterwards. It's just a question of whether or
What?
not.
So we don't know if you end up with Cynthia and if Harrison and Erica get together?
Well, let's.
Yeah, there's so many plot lines.
Do you guys want to?
And
Let's.
if I get over my trauma, what the heck?
We have to do something that the game does not give us, and we have to improvise. And
What?
I know, really asking a lot of this group. But no, let's think about. Let's really think
You
about
knew
this
I got out of that game a long time ago.
But let's think of what does the epilogue look like? Does the queen survive? Let's first and foremost, is the ambush successful, or does she or is she unsuccessful and all of the traitors are hanged? Like, what is?
I think we should answer a couple questions first before we get there.
Cool. I like
Because-
it.
Roll a die?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could roll dice.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of romance happening, and Harrison is consulting with his horse, and I needed to get back to us
Sure.
because per my last email.
Yeah. No, I actually let's double back that. Like, it's the night before the ambush, and we just see Harrison out with his horses.
Mhm.
What do you and the ponies talk about?
Well, Peanut Hidalgo and I are just. I'm kind of explaining to them. They're my two most trusted confidants.
I'm out. You said
So,
Peanut Hidalgo, and it's very difficult. I'm
yeah,
listening.
so-
Erica, this is the guy you like.
This is
You
it.
like this guy.
and it's one of those situations where it's like, no, I was only attracted to the queen because she was in power. I only liked her because she had power over me. She was strong. She was confident. She showed me kindness. She taught me how to read a little bit. So I think that's the reason. It wasn't really like real love. But when Erica told me that she likes me, and I'm just kind of putting in my head, I'm like, well, Peanut Hidalgo, like she's a horse lord herself, and she also wants the same things that we want, and we have the same career goals, and we would support each other through that. And she kind of is in power. She's a higher status than I am, so then that would mean that I'm attracted to that because she's a higher status than me. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe this could work. But how do I go back to her and tell her after I told her that I would table the conversation? And this is what I'm talking to Hidalgo and Peanut about. And I finally come to the conclusion that I should write her a letter. So I from the basic words that I know, it's just chicken scratch. It's just absolute. The words are misspelled. And it's like, dearest Erica, I didn't realize that you were always there, right in front of me. I would love to be the horse lord to your horse lord, and I draw horses on it, but all the words are just misspelled. So, and I give it to her. Yeah. And I still
Like in serial killer handwriting.
yeah. I still haven't read her letters. It's too advanced. I don't know some of these.
There's there's a whole dollar word in there, like every
Yeah.
sentence, and that's very
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have that resolution. Harrison and Erica but what does it mean for when the attack happens? And like what are sorry, Shu, you had some other questions that you wanted to ask, and I would love to like if there anything else that we needed to answer before we answer whether or not the queen lives.
I don't have any questions off the top of my head, but while I vamp as I think about questions, I just feel like the narrative arc was on its way up.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of in that middle where we're trying to figure out the emotional beats to keep the viewers still engaged. And then we have to do the ending. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, how does everyone feel right now? Let's do a quick check-in.
I feel okay. I'm doing all right. I think in my head, there are like I see two different versions of like scenarios. Well, obviously one where she lives and one where she dies, and like neither could be perfect, of course, but they have their own fallout. But I don't know. I think there's something interesting about a narrative of a queen who always wins, and like despite the means, like the ambush happens and it doesn't work. I made the wrong choice in standing against, like, you know what I mean? Like, and she is still there ruling with like only two of the group left. Or there's the
Masood, can I just add a little assault on your storyline?
Yeah.
The ambush is led by none other than Cynthia.
Oh,
she has returned from the
man,
having been left behind.
Oh, that's totally the thing.
When
that
she
switches.
rides up on her stallion, she rips off her mask, and it's Cynthia. She has this luscious hair that comes out, and she locks eyes with you immediately because she knows she's there to fight for your love, and she sees that you've drawn the sword against the queen. And in that moment, you have to act.
And I close distance with the queen, and we begin to attack and fight. And so there's that, right? There's that one. And then there's the other version where we win, where we dismantle the system and sort of like build a new company? Yeah, a new multi-level marketing company. And
it's
Kingdom.
2006.
It's 2006.
A Kingdom is a company.
But yeah, I think we should flip a coin or like roll a die on whether or not the queen lives or dies. Is that
yes?
Does that feel fair?
Yes.
I hate
totally
that I
agree.
said this right before Harrison said let's go to he needs to get some water, but he can deal with the consequences when he gets back. I'm going to roll a D4 if it's even. What are evens and what are odds? What do we feel?
Odds she wins, evens she loses.
Odds she wins, even she loses. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Odds she won.
Oh
No! Oh no! Let me see if I can move this over for folks. Oh god.
So as Cynthia, raises her sword, Masood, you embrace her, and you two just share this moment of just like wonder of just being like, we are for each other, we are each other's true love. This is so important. I pull out the tablet with the PowerPoint.
No!
And I begin to go through it. That's right. And I can see Cynthia's eyes as they glaze over in the back of her head. Yeah, and she's just like, of course I do understand. Actually, the return from that would be just magnificent. Like, we're talking like 3 folds. Of course, I understand. And I already know. I know she's lost.
And I think it's like we'd pan to me to see my panicked face, but the presentation has already started. And I was already on the fence earlier. Like, everyone is hook, line, and sinker onto it. Dang. So what then becomes of us? What becomes of our group in a world where our queen wins?
I can tell you.
No, tell us.
Okay, this might come as a surprise that the queen loves to publicly.
No, not our queen, not her.
So I think that's what's gonna happen to us.
Oh God.
And as someone who has not worked through the first round of public torturing, I'm not looking forward to this.
You just stay in stocks for the rest of the journey, just like out and about. God.
Oof. I
think
have a lot of upper back pain.
Yeah.
I think,
I think
what
that-
happens
Mhm.
to my character is, I'm not killed on the battlefield. I am publicly shamed. But then after a certain point, it seems like the queen has forgiven me and she sends me off to business school so that I can better serve the royal family. And so on the very first day, I'm standing outside and a bus pulls up, and I think, how strange. One would take a bus to business school?
No.
I'm not sure about that, but I get on anyway because the bus had stopped right in front of me.
No.
And I get on, and we start driving. And after a little while, I realize we're going too fast, and oh no, there's a cow pasture. And a
No.
lone cow is walking across the road, and the bus just T-bones it.
You don't.
And
You.
Oh,
These
no.
cows are indestructible in this
Indestructible.
kingdom.
There's so much mass on them. Do you see?
Bigger than you think,
Do you
as someone
see
who grew
her?
out in the boonies.
Do you see the queen doing this? Like, do you finally? Does she have like a flute? Does she like calling it with a on a stick with some hay? How like, or do you just know that she did it? Like,
I just know it's got her signature all over it.
mhm.
And there's just like a moment before the collision where I'm like, the queen.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I am thrilled. I have everybody all in line. I'm like flogging people by day. I'm just like telling people where to march. And we get to the sacred site, which is in Columbus, Ohio. And in the center of Columbus, Ohio.
It's actually
is,
called Indigenous Peoples Ohio.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's
I
changed.
just want you. I want you to know that's the proper term for it.
Thank you. Thank you. So in Indigenous Peoples, Ohio, there's a sacred public square, and as I step on there, the queen is just like, "Are you ready for the sacrifice?" And I'm like, "Of course, let's sacrifice everybody. I am here for this." And she pulls out her sword and points it at me. And that's when I realized that the sacrifice wasn't her, wasn't her patrol, wasn't any of her terrible corporate strategies. It was me. And that is how my journey ends.
In servitude, though, like it, oh dang, ooh, because like you do it right, like you be sacrificed, like you're like, if is that what goes through your character's head? Is it like the acceptance, or is
Oh,
it,
I have to. I mean, briefly, I think about trying to fight, but I don't have any weapons. She goes into this frenzy, and I realize someone has taken the mistletoe, and I am all alone. And then I die.
Nice.
Oh.
That's where I could have saved her.
That's true.
Saved her the last
He
time.
was busy being flogged.
Yeah.
Busy.
With me, the queen just looks at me. She's like, I can't stay mad at
She
you.
can't. She just
She
can't.
can't.
It's impossible.
Get back to the horses.
Come
I'm
on,
like,
bud.
okay,
All
okay.
right. I'll
Yeah.
get you a bedtime story later. What happens with Joan? What happens with your guy or character?
So after our fierce battle, our queen is glowing and she calls me into her office one final time. And I got the same, prompt from earlier. Like, I did great during battle. She really approves of, all the killings I did. And the way she was going, I thought it was going to go back to me getting demoted and, not getting what I wanted. Except She gave me a promotion.
Yeah, Joan.
Yeah.
And she said I
Congratulations.
deserved it, and it wasn't what I wanted, but it's better than what I'm currently in. So I'm entering her royal court.
She
And
takes her hand and holds yours. So now you have a positive touch from your queen, appreciating your
Yes.
beautiful paws.
Oh yeah, year-end bonus for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
so happy.
I'll ask you guys, what happens to Cynthia and me? Is it like... Oscar, you got a thought? Like, please.
I had one,
Yeah.
but then I remembered the queen one. Mine was gonna be like, you guys finally get together. It all works out. You can finally be together. And after 2 weeks, you realize, we don't really work out. But without all the having to hide and the pressure of the queen on us, it doesn't really work the same. But the queen did win, so now I don't know.
Maybe that's the thing where it's like I expect a punishment. It was like, no, I got what I wanted. I don't actually need you anymore. Go be happy. And it's like being there present. Yes, Cynthia and I can finally be together. Did she always laugh like that? Has she always laughed like that? Why does she?
She puts her her nails.
Why does she
like
pick
she's
her
like such
toes
long nails
at the dining table? Like, why are you cleaning them there?
Oh,
I'm loud in the morning. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we eventually start seeing other people, and I live my life.
Yeah.
Do you marry her?
Cynthia?
No, the queen, because you were betrothed, right?
No, she says she doesn't need me. She moves on, and like it was just all for now that the ambush worked out in her favor. She's got more power, and
she now controls all of Ohio.
All of Ohio. I am a lonely peon in the group alone.
I feel like my character was like already in a really bad mental place, like after the first torture, and then there was second torture, and on top of that there was like
second breakfast.
Second torture. Yeah. What about 11Z torture?
I don't think he knows about 11Z torture, but anyway, but on top of the mental toll that took on my character, I feel like there's also the internal battle of, I love my queen, why did I betray her? No, she had it coming. So my character goes insane, probably has to go to like an inpatient therapy center where she will live out the rest of her
I think
days.
you actually just get sent to a different business school program. I think that's what actually happens in this company.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just called Wharton. Yeah, that's actually just called Wharton.
I see. Okay. And I weirdly become top of my class because I throw everything into work to forget about everything else.
Just become better at it. God, she
Ambitious.
always wins. She always wins. But guys, that was for the queen. Thanks for hanging out and playing with us. We're Stir Friday Night. We're gonna go around and do our outros. Tell folks who you are, where they can find you on the internet, and what you're up to. Let's go in reverse order. So if we started with me, we're gonna go the other direction. Erica, you go first.
My name is Erica. I'm on the internet on Instagram at Bebica_says. On February 8th, I believe, Lifeline Theater is putting out their Filet of Solo program, which is normally a in-person event that's held in Chicago, but this year it's entirely virtual. So you can catch me telling a story that's a little bit humorous, mostly earnest. I think if you just Google Lifeline Theater, you'll see it. Filet of Solo.
Is there a link to it? If you want to put it in chat, I'm sure someone. Do you have a username for Twitch?
Yeah, hold on.
Because I think if you put it in or message it to B Zelda, or the Salty Ginger says, they can put it into chat, so if folks want to find it that way.
Wait, if I just put it on in the message?
Send it to the Salty Gin. Yeah, you got to send it to one of the mods, because only mods can put links in chat. So Salty Ginger says you see the sword next to their name, or B Zelda has got that sword icon. Yeah.
Okay.
And then send that into a whisper.
How do I send it to one person?
So you click on
a whisper.
Yes.
Ooh, cool. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And and guys, Stir Friday Night does other stuff. Filet of Solo is going to be one of those shows. Go check it out. Moving right along. Ben would usually talk about, "Hi, I'm Ben Cummings, and I wish I was born in the 50s and 60s because I look like a lounge singer. Frank Sinatra is my personality inspiration."
Whoa! You roasted
You nailed
it.
it. You nailed it. Damn.
You can find me
Got it.
online at Ben Cummings. It's all right there. You see it. Ben is a very, very talented, very funny friend of ours. And yeah, he can't be here with us, but he'll be back next week. Go see what he's thinking about and doing on his Twitter and Instagram. Asra, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Asra Khan, and you can find me online on Instagram and Twitter at Kanye, that's KHANYE __ West. On February 9th, I will be performing with my other Asian team, Club Asia, and we're doing this thing called Quarantine the Game Show. I don't know that much about it, but it sounds like fun. And it's on Facebook / Quarantine the Game Show. And that's about it.
Cool.
For me. Yeah, I hope it'll be fun. I don't really know that much about it, but James asked us to do it, and I was like, that sounds like fun.
Thank you for reminding me on that. I need to add it to my calendar. I really appreciate you saying that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Way to go,
So
Miss
aren't
Dude.
you
Ooh.
also performing with that?
He's a founding member of that group.
That's right.
A founding member.
I am. It's
The only improv group without a shtick.
the only
Club
the
Asia.
only improv group in Chicago without a shtick, Club Asia.
Yeah.
It's a funnier bit when you see us on stage. I promise, it's a funnier bit. But it is what it is. Yeah.
Thanks, the Salty Ginger.
Thank
Got
you.
the link.
Oh, you found it so fast.
Wow.
Look at that. Let's move right along. Shu, tell us about yourself. Where we can find you on the internet. What's happening?
My name is Shu. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Hello There Shu. It's spelled X and then U, just to be confusing. I also have a show on the 28th. A Greenlight Bookstore and this online comedy publication called Little Old Lady are doing a show, so I'll be reading some of my comedic pieces, or maybe I might do some improv. I don't really know. I think about 2 days in advance, tops. But if you are interested, come hang out. I don't have a login for Twitch, so I can't
Send it to me.
post it.
I'll send it to. Put it in the chat, and I'll send it to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks, Masood.
Of course.
You're the GM in my life at all times. But if you're
Dude,
interested,
I didn't even need to do it. Found it too fast.
Oh,
Look,
wow.
why don't you work for the FBI? I don't
It's
understand.
impressive work. Yeah.
Seriously.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Okay,
Well done.
I am. Well, first of all, top hands to the mods. Amazing. I am floored. But if you want to see me, Ginny Hogan, a couple of other comedians, I think it might be also partially a fundraiser. So come check it out. I'm so
Harrison,
nice.
even if you don't have a show, I think you need to just kind of describe a website and see if Salty Ginger can find it.
Yes, this is a great
This
game.
is good. This is all good.
No, I don't want anybody to find stuff on the internet about me. There's a lot out there. There's
Also
something-
fair.
Okay,
Let's not.
Harrison
Yeah,
has
no.
an alt.
Yeah,
somewhere
Harrison got
on
canceled
Reddit.
on his own time. We don't need to speed up the process. You know.
It's a tightrope. Let me tell you that. It's crazy how people don't know how to use. Some people don't know how to use the internet. You could. Hi, I'm Harrison. Happen. He. Him. Is. You could find. I don't have a show. But you could find me on PSN at Monkey Mud. Play some Apex.
Yeah.
I need to get to Diamond, guys. I really do. I need your help. Yeah, I'm a Lifeline main. But I'm not toxic. I promise I'm not toxic. Promise. But other than that, you could find me on Twitter at Harrison_happen and on Instagram at Harrison is happening.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Joan.
Hey guys, this is Joan. You can catch me on Instagram at Saint Joan. I am gonna watch The Empire Strikes Back this week. I'll report back next week on what I thought of it and whether
yeah.
I continue to make fun of it.
Can you add it to your Instagram story? Like, can you do it like a lot and then like
Yes,
archive it?
please.
Like, please,
Yeah.
like let the folks know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Heck yeah.
She's gonna give you notes, by the way.
No,
on
no,
your
no, no,
reactions.
no. I'm just gonna add more funny bits. Like, did you know they put a lot of CGI in this really dumb thing? And it's like, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Hey, I'm Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm a rude boy, MAHRUDEBOI. I was looking something up in this moment because I was gonna say, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff going on. You can see me on Tuesday nights, Mythic Odysseys of Theros. We got 3 episodes left in our journey to kill these gods, and it's getting good. Troilus became a demigod last episode. It was wild. Yeah, it was very good. So go check that out. Obviously, Balikbayan's gonna be back next week on Wednesday nights. We're doing our series finale. We'll see how we wrap things up and what that looks like. It's getting good. Thursday, tomorrow, you can find me doing Once Upon a Game with Katie May on the Indoor Research Group channel, where I swear we're getting back to Life is Strange. It's been a long time. A lot of stuff has happened in our lives, but we're back and we're getting right into it. January 31st will be the return of I know this, Rivals of Waterdeep. Jeez, sorry, I had such a big brain fart. The other show that I'm on, Rivals of Waterdeep, will be back January 31st. Go check that out. And the final quest for the Salty Ginger is I was in a music video for the band Mothers. The song is Copper Mine. And just if you can find it, and put it in the chat for folks to look at. It's a weird thing that I've done that exists. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love this so much.
Wow.
I knew it.
Amazing.
Wow. That's incredible.
Is it it's the director's cut. You got the good one. You didn't even find you got the director's cut. Oh,
How did they get so good? How did they get so
I'm
good at that?
freaking out
right
right
now.
Impressive.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Wow.
My God.
Terrifying.
Guys in chat, be
I
sure to
am
tip
terrified
your
out of
mods.
my
You really
Yeah.
really should. But yeah, guys, this is Stir Friday night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next week. Yeah, go celebrate. I'm gonna say it. Go celebrate a new presidency. Bye bye.